Introducing first from Palermo, Sicily, weighing in at 262 pounds, the nice guy, Vinny Massaro.
Now that is the face of All Pro Wrestling. The nice guy, Vinny Massaro, been a part of All Pro Wrestling for as long as I can remember. Former Universal Heavyweight Champion, former Internet Champion, somebody who has viciously taken out everyone who has ever been anybody in APW.
Matthew, I know you had something to do with that Matt Classic that aired. What a great match, Yoshida. I'm sure you've tried to get Yoshida in your stable before. If you do communicate with her, could you have her return the championship belt, please?
You see, Yoshida was so great as the champion that there was no one that could ever hold a candle to her. So having her return the belt by this point is a moot.
Certainly a legend. So, who do you like in this match, Matthew?
Absolutely, the nice guy, Vinny Massaro, here to enact revenge. Leather straps to the back of the head by Jody Kristofferson months ago. Vinny Massaro here, ready to end his budding career before Jody's even begins.
And introducing his opponent from Brownsville, Texas, weighing in at 258 pounds, Big Country, Jody Kristofferson!
Well, Matthew, I think one of the keys for Jody to come out of this thing victorious is to dodge that elbow of Vinny's. What do they call it? The roaring elbow?
I do believe it's called the snoring elbow.
Well,
named
if
aptly for all of
Jody snores just for 1 second, he's going to get nailed. So he's got to avoid that elbow. I think he's the further this match goes, the better chance Jody has of winning. I think his card are probably going to be much better than Vinny Massaro's.
That may be the case, but Vinny Massaro has experience on his side.
I cannot disagree with you. He does.
Listen to the disrespect by the APW fans here at the garage.
Don't forget to subscribe to YouTube.com, All Pro Wrestling, for all the latest videos. If you miss our TV show one day, just go to YouTube.com and hit the All Pro Wrestling account, and you can catch our TV on that station.
Vinny Massaro here working on his own time. Sparky Ballard trying to get him into the middle of the ring so he could check him for weapons.
Vinny's making Jody wait. You see how Jody's got to look like he's ready to kill somebody. Jody wants to get this thing started, and I think Vinny's just taking his sweet time. He's playing a mind game right now.
They're, like I said, that's the veteran status of Vinny Massaro. Knows exactly how to play with the mind, and he also knows how to play with the body, too. He could break you.
I think Jody has to stay focused, try not to wrestle a match that is revenge. They start off on the floor.
Already, you can see the MMA training that Vinny Massaro does on the weekends. He's tackling Jody to the mat and just pounding on him.
Near the ropes, though.
Vinny Massaro isn't a man who cares about the ropes. He is here to break Jody into pieces. He is here to end Jody's career before it even really begins.
So it looks like Jody's just not trying to win the match, but he's trying to hurt Vinny. I can understand where he's coming from, but right now it looks like that's his game plan.
Well, when you step into the ring with somebody like Vinny Massaro, you have to do everything that you can. Huge clothesline there.
That was a good clothesline. He's trying to go for a cover. Look, he had his lock. See how he locked his hands there? Well, you don't see a lot of guys doing that. Not rookie wrestlers like Jody Kristofferson.
Well, that is the amateur training of Jody Kristofferson shining through.
I don't think they can lock their hands in amateur wrestling, Matthew.
Well, I'm the greatest mind in professional wrestling, not the greatest mind in amateur wrestling. Jody Kristofferson sending Vinny Massaro right to the outside.
Try to punish him.
Of course, this is putting Vinny Massaro there on the outside, though, is just putting Vinny in his home turf. This is where he wants to wrestle the match. How much damage can you do to somebody outside the ring? This is exactly where Vinny Massaro wants to be.
I don't know. I think Vinny Massaro's got a little bit more experience, especially with hardcore wrestling. He'll probably be able to utilize the chairs and the outside of the ring a lot lot better than
Exactly,
most
exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. Vinny Massaro, look at that, shoving him into the crowd. Huge chop to the chest. Security trying to keep the fans away, but when you're wrestling on top of him, it's going to be hard. Hammering shots one after another by Vinny Massaro. Jody trying to fight back, but I don't know how much damage he's going to be able to do.
No doubt. Massaro's a physical wrestler. He's going to make Jody wrestle a physical match.
Vinny taking a breather, taking some time. That might be the cardio that you were talking about earlier.
Right after him.
Jody taking it back to the inside.
Well, he won't be able to pin him on the outside, so I think he did the right thing getting him back in the ring.
Vinny Massaro, I'm actually a little surprised here. He's trying to pull himself up to his feet instead of... how much damage did Jody actually do to him? I'm a little surprised here.
Fans, we're going to get ready to pay some bills and take a break. And anything exciting happens, we'll definitely have it for you when we get back. We're back here with Matthew Theall calling the match. But Vinny Massaro is now trying to engage Jody Kristofferson in one of the oldest tricks in pro wrestling, shake my hand.
No, he had his foot on Jody's hands. I don't think Jody would be in any condition to shake anything. But throughout the entire break, Vinny Massaro able to get the upper hand again, and he's just been viciously
He's instilling a lot of physical punishment right now.
Just beating on Jody the
Vinny
entire
also
time.
likes to play the mind game a little. See that?
Stomping on the hands.
That's physically damaging, but it's also mentally damaging.
Vinny here now pulling Jody up to his feet.
Setting him up for him.
Shoving him into the ropes with a clothesline off of that. He might be just playing with Jody at this point. I mean, all the damage that he did to him during the break, Jody looking worse for wear. Vinny Massaro bringing Jody back up to his feet. How smart really is this role, though, to bring your opponent back to his feet after dealing out all that damage that he's done to him?
Well, if you're going to set him up for a clothesline to the back of the head, I would say that's okay. I mean, it was well worth getting him up to his feet because that is a punishing move. You can instill a lot of nerve damage with a reverse clothesline.
Absolutely, back to the back of the head. Jody trying to fight back, kicking, but I would say Vinny Massaro's kicks are a little bit more devastating than what Jody can pull out.
Yeah, Vinny likes to use his legs a lot too.
Just look at the ring gear of Vinny Massaro. That just says it all right there. Huge European there in the corner. I don't know, is Jody going to be able to pull anything off here, especially with huge forearms like that?
Vinny Massaro was a 1997 graduate from the APW boot camp. He's a 13-year veteran. He's got a lot of experience. He's been in the ring with Massaro from Japan. You know, and it's a lot for Jody to overcome.
Absolutely.
I detect that Mr. Massaro's a little blown up right now as he takes a chin lock. I don't think he's taken this with the intention of inflicting more punishment. I think he's trying to catch a blow here.
But if you take a look there, Vinny Massaro taking advantage of the officiating from Sparky. Sparky not checking that elbow. He was able to bring it lower and bring it around the throat of Jody.
See that drop kick? This kid can wrestle when he wants to. Vinny Massaro can wrestle, but he doesn't enjoy it. He enjoys inflicting punishment.
Absolutely. Vinny Massaro, he is the kind of wrestler when he steps into that ring, he doesn't have to wrestle a match.
That was an outstanding drop kick, especially for a guy his size.
Disrespecting Jody. I like this a lot. Pound some respect into Jody Kristofferson.
Right now, there's nothing Kristofferson can do about it.
When you are a 13-year veteran like Vinny Massaro is, you command respect when you're in that ring. All of this starting when Vinny Massaro in front of Jody Kristofferson's dad beating the tar out of him outside the ring months and months ago.
Jody's fighting it off best he can.
Oh, huge forearm of his own from the second rope. This could be the advantage that Jody's been looking for.
The back of his neck is still hurting from that clothesline that Vinny gave him earlier.
He was just exchanging forearms left and right through this entire match.
DDT.
If Jody can roll over and get that cover, he might be able to take one home, but he's not going for it. That could be the inexperience of Jody Kristofferson showing through.
What's he doing here?
Jody's going up top. I don't think I've ever seen this.
There's not many things he can do from the top. I've never seen him up there.
It's a flying headbutt right into the right shoulder.
A la Chris Benoit.
But how much damage did Jody do to his own neck?
That's the thing the fans sometimes fail to comprehend is when a guy goes to the top and he's executing an offensive move, a lot of times it'll put him on the defensive because it's physically damaging for even though he's getting the upper hand.
Yeah, leaping and flying through the air, putting all of his weight right there too into the steel post.
Yep, with his left shoulder. And believe me, Vinny, see that? Vinny will take advantage of it.
Up like an accordion. That was
he will
beautiful.
Take advantage of it. Should get a 3 count if he can get him away from the ropes.
Oh yeah, Jody's hand is already under the ropes.
Good call by Sparky Ballard.
And I wish he made these kind of fair calls when I was at the ring.
Yeah, Sparky's a good referee.
You may say that he calls it down the middle.
A lot of people think you have to grab the rope. You don't. If your arm or hand is slid under the rope, that's it. You're outside the ring.
Absolutely. You may say that Sparky Ballard calls it down the middle. I think he calls it slightly to the right.
He's going to go for another one of these suplexes. Jody's trying to block it. If he gets another one of these suplexes, he might be victorious.
Then he'd be able to duck the clothesline. Gives him big old German.
Gives him a big German.
Jody rolls out. You see that huge spear?
He had to do that on adrenaline. Is he going to get the 3? He gets the 3 count.
Jody Kristofferson wins this match, ladies and gentlemen.
Here's your winner in 9 minutes and 26 seconds. Big Country, Jody Kristofferson.
Oh my God, great victory for Jody.
Rolling out of that German suplex and able to get that huge spear, able to capture the win against the 13-year veteran Vinny Massaro. This is a win that's going to launch Jody's career, and I'm going to be right there. Once he goes to the back, I'm going to be there personally to shake his hand and congratulate Jody Kristofferson on this epic win.
Are you trying to tell me that you're going to try to get Jody to join your management team?
Jody Kristofferson, as you have just witnessed with your own eyes, Roland Alexander, has just proven himself to be an excellent graduate of the APW boot camp. Why would I not offer him my services?
What a great show, though, Matthew. You got to admit, we had a very good show.
Solid up and down. Jody Kristofferson there, just peering down at his fallen opponent, celebrating the win.
Even when you're hurt, sometimes you just react on natural instinct. Well, we'll see you next week, fans.